What
It was
size is
raining.
that do-rag? 48?
No, actually, this hole is too small. It's way too small. This hole is like way too small right now. That's why it's
Well,
to the side. That's why it's to the side because it can't go all the way to the back because then I legit can't breathe.
Not sure we got
t-shirt look too
a better
small
way
too.
to. Not sure we have a better way to start the show. Welcome to Kicking It with the Brothers as we begin match week 3 with our boy. He's back in the building. Cheers to you, sir. Deion Hill Ford, Barca boy. And the bottom left, our man, Mr. Reed, Mr. Glory, Man United. I don't know. Smiling right now. There's not so much glory going on.
It's not smiles. It's just not smiles. It's just laughs.
I agree. I feel the same way. And shout out to once again undefeated Barca boy, 4 points on the board. La
Boy,
Liga.
don't call them boys undefeated.
I
Do not call them
was
undefeated.
little is in here. No goals conceded.
If it's anybody that's talking about undefeated, of course it's gonna be ML because they have like a trophy with like 15 draws. They got a gold trophy, gold mini trophy, invincible. Because
Okay,
that
thank you,
shit is
Brandon.
hilarious too.
So okay. All right. Relax. All right. As we get things started, the Barca boys on the weekend handled their business. I want to make sure I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. 2-0 against Cadiz. It's Cadiz with a we do not pronounce the Z, Cadiz. And yeah, Charles, I've been practicing, brother. 2-0 to the Barca boys. Pedri got the guys going on the score sheet, as Charles would say. I don't know who Charles. I feel it's like you trying to pick between who's your favorite son, Pedri or Gabby. It depends on the day. Maybe on Tuesday, Thursdays is Pedri. Fridays, Sundays is Gabby. You tell me, brother.
I told you when Pedri scored that goal, you was gonna have to hear about how he's the greatest midfielder ever now.
Well, first off, Ansu is my firstborn, so there's no questions there. But I mean, I just want my whole thing. I don't have a problem with Pedri. The reason I like Gabby is because I feel like Gabby brings energy. Sometimes Pedri just be out there like he's another ball circulator. I pointed this out many times. Like he doesn't really do a lot of attacking. Maybe now that we got Greenwood in there, like it'll help uh, make him move, like go a little bit forward. But I want to see more attacking at him. Sometimes I feel like we give him credit for like how many passes he completes, but it's like how many of those um are like actually like effective passes or dangerous passes.
Fair enough.
Deion, I know the first half had to be. I don't want to call it troubling. It's way too early in the season, but just frustrating, right?
They ain't scored till the 80th minute. The first half. But the whole 90 was troubling. They really didn't score till the 90th.
I don't think it's troubling. Just they're never like well, besides the one giveaway we had, like I'm never really worried that they're going to give up a goal. It's just more like, are you guys going to score or not?
They got too much talent to like not score though. That's like my thing. Like we're not talking about Newcastle.
But that's why but that's why I'm asking. I want more out of Pedri because I feel like you're too talented to just not. I want him to take on. Like I want him to. Sometimes like I love fucking keeping possession and all that stuff. But like every once in a while, like you have to go at a player. Like you have to beat somebody. Like that's why I'm a Frankie appreciator because at least he will push the ball forward every once in a while and break lines. Like it drives me crazy that Pedri like sometimes gets in. I feel like he gets himself in good position and then he just tries to pass it. It's like dude, just hit him with a little something.
But they do the new thing where they like they interview people at halftime, and then you can kind of they also will do like listening on the first off, them little water breaks. Are we five? If they don't play for 45 minutes, they be calling recess timeouts. But during one of those, the dude that was managing for Xavi was like, stay patient, circle the ball around. And I heard that. I'm like, bro, I can't stand this. Score the ball. Just score the ball. And one time, and then let's circle. But I just feel like I agree with what you say about Pedri. I just don't think it's his fault. Like I feel like he's doing what they want him to do, and the problem is that they want him to do.
I mean, that's always been my problem with that style of football. Like while I love and while I understand it, but that's the thing about it made Messi David Diaz, the people that actually are out of that are actually attacking people. Like I feel like Gabby at least is attacking it. That's why I more appreciate him just because I know he's out there. He gets the stupidest fucking yellows. But um, but I mean, they're both fire. Like I mean, he finally, and then when he finally makes the run, when he gets his space, like Pedri's fire in front of goal. That's the reason I want him to get in front of him more. Like his XG is pretty good when he gets in those positions. So I'm just saying, like, dude, like run at somebody. Anytime he like they show a good, he's doing a spin move out of the thing, or whatever. It's then he's passing the ball backwards. Do that and then hit somebody like on a through ball. That's all.
I mean, the goal was world class. It was a phenomenal goal.
We ain't gonna talk about the second one. Let's leave that. Move on from the second one.
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with talking about him?
But that goal was so trash.
Got on the
that goal was so trash.
Got on the
I still think Rafinha misses though. I want to be on record saying that.
Barca -1.5. What's wrong with that? It was good.
It'd be great if our regular striker did anything.
No, he was running next to Farad. They was the only two people on that side of the pitch.
Who's been more disappointing to y'all, Lewandowski or Xavi?
I had no expectations for Lewandowski. You can't disappoint me when I already know the truth.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you just because sometimes we see the same thing happen every game, and it's just like, do you not watch? Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening in practice because it's like, as much as y'all think I have all the Ansu stock. They do play better when he's out there. They do more. They're livelier when he's out there. Like, I'm not like I've been watching this for a solid year. Like, I don't know, dude. Like it's and even in that. You have to rotate the squad at some point. Like you can't run out we run out the same, like we've been doing this for like a year and a half now. Ever since he got there, we run out the same fucking 11, like game after game. Like, dude, like switch it up. We don't have to play with 4 midfielders every game. Some teams we should be able to just beat with 3 midfielders and 3 like in our regular 4-3. Like we should be able to do that. I don't understand what the problem is. Like, we don't have to do this inverted bullshit every game.
What's crazy about Ansu is he don't even got to come on for Lewandowski. He can come on for literally anybody. And the moment he touches the pitch, even Ferran touches the pitch, definitely Lamine now. Obviously, that's only 2 game sample size of that. But when those 3 touch the pitch, for any of them starters, we go from looking like a team that's going to 0-0 draw to like, oh shit, they might win 15-0. It's crazy. And they have the ball the same amount. Like you still hold possession, but they're just much more like Charles explained, like lively.
They're actually running at people. Like if they lose it, they just win it. You're gonna win it back anyway. Like that's like more times than not, we're gonna win it back immediately, dude. So like that's why I'm saying I want Pedro to be trying more stuff and trying to push forward a little bit more. Because it's like, but I do think though, I think the biggest lineup change we need to make is play Ansu as the inverted midfielder. He's a natural 10. You're playing him in the 10 spot. That's more his game.
Well, respectfully, because I do agree with that. Lamine needs to play every single game. Like he needs to start. That's what needs to happen first.
Oh, wow.
If Rafinha comes back from his vacation and he's still starting, I will be upset. I will be upset. That dude is a fucking problem. He's a problem.
I don't want to burn him out yet. I want to pace him.
No. They've been doing that for 16 years. He probably should have been on the club at 12. It's time now.
I want to check their ages because Ansu's the youngest player to score in the
That sounded racist for a little while there. I'm glad you were able to cover that up.
Ansu's the youngest player to ever score the Champions League match. I want to know, like, if the timing works out, if Lamine scores in October.
Wouldn't Gavi have a shot at that too?
No, Gavi's the youngest Spanish goal scorer. Ansu was before and then changed that.
But I think he could still beat Ansu's Champions League record.
Ansu was like 16 or 17.
Yeah, Ansu was 16 when that's crazy.
Hey, listen, I understand the burnout or whatever, but That boy's a problem. Honestly, it's 2 games. There's not 5 wingers in the world that were better across those 2 games than him. Like, it's the only sample size we have. I don't want to be like he's one of the best wingers in the world, but like he sure as hell looks like it. It's not a huge learning curve. I understand it was fucking Getafe and Cadiz, but look at the other fucking.
When he comes in on his left foot, I feel much more confident than I ever did about Dembele.
And he like, I joke a lot. People like on that wing only cut back left. That boy is not afraid to do anything. If you want to try and cut him off, cut him back, he'll just go straight down. He's fast. He's electric. That ball he had to Pedri, insane. That ball was insane.
Bro, he is a young 16 too.
Turned 16
a month
last month.
Hey, listen, as long as mom and dad sign off on a late curfew, get him out there. Get him out there.
Is Lamine on Spanish's national team for Euros?
But who else would be?
He's been on the. Well, I guess that's another thing I got to figure out, because do they have him for Euros or will they send him to Olympics because they're the 21s?
But that Spanish Olympic team could be nasty. What if they were just like, yo, Pedri, Gavi?
They're literally going to throw out the 3 Barcelona dudes across the, like, let's call it attacking forward.
I mean, their worst player would be like Nico.
That would be crazy. I would just say fuck it and do that just to flex.
It's saying like they get like 2 over 23 players
for the Olympics.
Yeah, you get 2.
I just send all of them in like Sergio Ramos and call it done.
And Busquets.
Let my dog get another way. Let my dog
tell Boosie he don't got to play in the MLS for a couple of months. He can come to the Olympics.
Let my captain get another. Let my captain get another medal or a trophy. That's what's up.
I would send Boosie and Jordi Alba just to troll Messi. Messi got to play by himself down there.
Boosie looks the board. All of them. Like, he is so. Every time he gets the ball, there's nobody around him. Like, this is.
But see, that's how I feel about Lamine. And folks do be pressing him. He just so good it don't look like it.
I want him to go by there. I want him to just be like, I want the buddy to be called Maul. That's what I really want to see. This man he's really talented. He's fun to watch.
Respect the culture. He's Spanish.
Exactly.
The team for a month in like November though.
Why?
For the like the U20s.
The fuck?
Yeah.
The club can say no to that stuff, can't they?
They got to miss like 5 games in like November.
No, I'd be saying no. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'll be like, listen, y'all can have Rafinha.
Yeah, out there.
But I would send Lewandowski.
Don't protest that shit.
If they were like, I would just get. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They would just have Lewandowski. He's 20 and Spanish now. Enjoy.
When does Lewandowski break his scoring drought? Is it going to be this weekend or?
See, that's where I don't give a shit, because he could score. He could have scored 2 goals in the game on Sunday.
Sure.
He was still awful.
Yeah. It's not about the goals for me. It's the style of play. It's the fact that he breaks the rhythm of the team so bad. Like they're playing jazz and he's playing some other shit. Like he doesn't know how to play that. Like it's just he's just out there. It feels like I'm not hating on him. But he doesn't even put himself in position to get the ball. Like, and to make runs. He doesn't make runs. He doesn't he just anytime he gets it, he seems surprised. It's like just at his feet with nothing to do with it. Either his back, you know what I'm saying? It's just, oh shit, I got a kick now? Like
normally an awful fucking touch too.
That is it.
Well, we'll see how y'all do at the weekend. I mean, I get it. It's not, I feel like Lewandowski is one of those guys, though. He needs to see the back on that for him to like get on a run and start to play well. And that's also.
But he won the What did y'all what do they call the golden boot?
Pichichi.
Yeah, and he had the second most goals in the world last year behind Haaland, maybe third also behind Harry, and he still fucking stunk. So like seeing it go in the back of the net and he goes on another goal run doesn't change that he just
He's got a game and a half, or they need to sub him. So if he
Wow.
doesn't score this next game, and then he goes through 60 minutes of that fourth game, Ferran needs to sub him out.
even if he scores, I just want to say this, even if he scores, if any of the players we mentioned before sub on and all of a sudden the team looks better, I do not care if he scores. And it's just too consistently when they make substitutions in the attacking half, the team goes from looking incompetent to insane, like best team in the world. And Lewandowski's at the heart of that. So until that changes, he could score a hat trick. I don't really care.
Well, it was his birthday yesterday.
Fuck that birthday.
He's now 35 years old. Something to monitor because you do need the goals in Champions League to be is needed. So, all right, cool. We got the Barca segment done with that, fellas. Any lasting words for Xavi? I know you got some motivating words from Deion.
I ain't got no motivating words. Figure it the fuck out.
Charles.
I mean, you want to win, put 10 in. Like, it's really that simple. If you want to play better, put your best.
There it is. All right.
Our best attacking three is, I genuinely believe it. Ansu, Lamine, Gabby. Play those three on the two on the wings and Ansu up the middle. That's our best attack.
But this whole ball day is he doesn't play. He never defends now. He's just a winger, and he can't dribble he can't go right to save his life.
He's got nice though.
He's nice for coming back. He's coming back left every time.
Every time. Earlier today, this morning, Manchester United gave the following statement. All those involved, including Mason, obviously regarding Mason Greenwood, recognize the difficulties with him recommencing his career at Manchester United. It has therefore been mutually agreed that it would be most appropriate for him to do so away from Old Trafford, and we will now work with Mason to achieve that outcome. Greenwood then goes and says in terms of a stage further, today's decision has been part of a collaborative process between Manchester United, my family, and me. Mutual agreement, collaboration, even to the end. Greenwood seems to have a great agency in a disciplinary procedure that is centered on some of the most serious alleged crimes, albeit ones he is always denied. Well, we've heard the audio, the leaked audio. They've tried to take away the video, I think, publicly. It's not that he was found innocent, but yet what it is that the charges were dropped. Braylon, with you being the Manchester United fan here, just wanted to get your quick take on obviously your club has decided that they will work towards Mason Greenwood finding a place prior to the end of the transfer window, but let's also make sure we recognize the transfer window ends in 9 days. And if he doesn't have a place, I am assuming that they will terminate his contract. Braylon, obviously one of the best talents, I think, that has ever come through your academy. And unfortunately, it looks like it has come to an end based upon, once again, Mason's actions and Manchester United acting appropriately for the club. Love your thoughts, Braylon.
Okay, first off, he said one of the best. He's not even top 5. First off, he's not top 10. That's disrespectful to all the guys that's coming out from Beckham to Giggs.
Since you've been alive, Braylon, respectfully.
Hey. Since
you've been alive and watching soccer.
I'm only 22.
Where's Wayne Rooney from? Not from the academy. Where was he?
Of course he's not from the academy. He's from
exactly.
Everton, like it's from Merseyside. It's whatever. Okay,
Cristiano Ronaldo from. These are people that mattered for your club, bro. Like, come on.
All right. Still not better than Scholes or all the other guys. So we're not doing this. Anyway. I'm not gonna cap this morning. No, yesterday. It was yesterday morning around 9:00 when I got it. It was as soon as I saw it, I knew it was a bunch of bullshit. Excuse my language. That was a little harsh, but it was a lot. Because for the past months leading up, they was like everything you heard, they was trying their best to try to bring him back and play him on the team. And even after the situation when it was very clear that there was something going on in the relationship that was dealing with abuse, from the evidence that was posted on social media. You could say what you could say, it wasn't. Um, I don't think they should have even contemplated bringing him back. They tried to find every way in which way to try to get him back on the team, back on the squad, because he is a very talented footballer. Yes, he probably has been the best right winger for Manchester United since 2000 and what I want to say 12, 13, and 14, whatever 90s last year was. Um, so it's like whatever. Um, but it's this start the way the United has handled this is just a bunch of BS. And then they tried to spin it this morning and dropped the whole Sheikh G Sum is finna buy the club by mid-October when they've been trying to sell his club since October of last year. Not October, December of last year, since the World Cup. So it's like it's whatever. It's to me, I felt like the club didn't handle it correctly. Probably should have ended ties with them as soon as it was announced that the charges was dropped, whatever. So it's like, at this point, this club is going through a lot. They're not going through a lot. They've just done a lot of stupid things, especially with the head of the owners and going from Ed Woodward to now Richard Arnold. They both have just been shitty CEOs of the club, and they just don't know how to handle the situations correctly. And this is another evidence that they don't know how to handle situations. That's all I have on this take. It sounds like I rambled a bit. It's just, it's whatever.
Deion, you're a director of a football club.
No, no,
Can't do it.
no,
There's no, hey,
no.
I don't mean to smile. My response is more towards I appreciate Deion and being steadfast on this. He has been he's been very consistent in his messaging regarding Mason Greenwood for some time. Charles, we saw the Saudi Arabia. I think when they have any type of public statement, they don't play around, meaning that they are doing their best to dissuade all clubs from bringing him on. I think you have a prediction of where you think Greenwood. Well, let me ask you this. Let's set you up. Is Greenwood playing football in 2023, 2024 season, number one? Number two, who do you think is most likely to take a chance on him?
I mean, I don't think he's going to get signed until I don't think they're going to get him out of there before the window's out. I'd be surprised by that. I think they'll actually get it done. I don't think he'll be playing until after the winter window.
Oh, do you think they'll still terminate his contract though? Or
yeah, I think so.
Rehabilitating?
Yeah, but I also think that somebody's going to need a winger. But if I had a leading pick, I would say probably what makes the most sense would be him going to Roma.
Why?
I mean, Jose is the one who he did all that work under. For what I've heard, they got a decent relationship. So, and I think Jose can put his arm around him and kind of Jose is a big enough personality to kind of eat some of that, absorb some of that bullshit that's coming his way. To get in the press conference and answer answer to the extent he wants to answer to versus so. I think that's to me that's the only place that makes sense. Other than he just doesn't play this year, and I do think eventually he will. He's because what is he 22 now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if he didn't play for another year, he'd still only be 23. So I feel like enough time will pass to where somebody's gonna obviously take a chance on him. And like I said, Roma, a place far enough away. Italy's not far, but it's far enough away to where he could probably, like I said, Jose could put his arms around him and kind of, because Where's he? Does he even allowed to train? Like, what is he doing? Like, has he been training? Is he?
He's been it's been solo training. He hasn't trained with any team. It's been him off the side training by himself. So yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. Might have to go play in the championship. I don't know.
I don't think I don't think he's gonna play in England. He has to go somewhere that's not England to play football, at least for now. Because it would just be stupid of any team to sign him or pick him up, even on a free. It would be stupid.
Well, I think we're going to monitor that. It'll be interesting to see it. Charles never thought about the Jose is like maybe one of the only two or three people that can withstand, that press conference. Now it comes down to your football club wanting to do that. And outside of the press conference, being able to convince people to show remorse. However, yeah, that's a tough one, man. I'm going to say that he's not playing at all before the 24-25 season. He does turn 22 October 1st. So, yeah, tough one there. But B, sorry, I mean, obviously greatly appreciate you being able to share, from a United perspective. But we are about to turn our attention to your squad a little bit later on today, brother. So don't worry, just sit tight. We'll be talking more about United's paths, if you will. Last week we had obviously 5-a-side. We said we're gonna, depending on the week, we give you 4 games, 4 up top this week. Without further ado, we're gonna go around the horn, and our 4 up top. Our first match is the Newcastle Liverpool match at St. James. Charles, you go first. Newcastle Liverpool. Obviously, we saw Newcastle. Some good moments from them the last 20, 30 minutes. City was on their heels a little bit. I thought a draw was coming, but City was able to hold on. Definitely a different team.
I think I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1, or it's going to be a draw. 2-1 Newcastle. I still think Liverpool. I think Liverpool's going to finish second, but I still think they're going to have some. They're trying to figure it out right now.
Well, what we'll do is give you just because we don't know if the McAllister red card is going to be rescinded or not. I think tomorrow, or was.
It was.
I think I just have it. Yep. All right. So overturned. So the 3-match, no 3-match.
Shit was a terrible red card.
It really was. The spikes were not up. Oh, Deion, you different? You
I mean, it's a terrible red card by definition. I'm pro. If you're gonna do some stupid shit's gonna happen to you. And what McAllister did was fucking stupid. He just didn't need to be there. He didn't need to be doing all that. But I agree, by definition, it was terrible.
So he will be out there. You have 2-1. Deion, while we're with you, brother.
I like 2-1 Liverpool since McAllister's playing. I didn't know. I was gonna say like 3-1 Newcastle. I didn't know they rescinded it, but I think if he's out there, then they went 2-1.
Oh, at St. James. Okay. Braylon?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle. I just think Newcastle midfield is better. I mean, they have at least better defensive midfielders. Janali, I think Bruno's able to do a better job defensively than what they have over there. So it's like, and it may be 2-1 Newcastle, maybe 2-1 Liverpool. It may just be 1-1, but I'm gonna go
I agree.
2-1 Newcastle.
There definitely are 3 different ways this game could go. A win for Newcastle, a win for Liverpool, and a draw. So I'm glad we covered all our bases.
I'm gonna say, I'm
in front of Deion, bro. You cannot slip.
That was the dumbest shit I've heard all day.
You open yourself up to that, bro.
I did, but you know what? I'm gonna stick 2-1 Liverpool. I think Newcastle won in the midfield better.
Wait, what?
Also,
you're saying what now?
2-1 Newcastle.
He don't know.
Okay, you just said all right.
He got a win or a draw. He don't know.
Hey, 2-1 Newcastle. Newcastle
You
winning
sure?
the midfield battle. I'm
You sure?
100%. I'm sticking to 2 on Newcastle. They win the midfield battle. Also, Van Dijk is washed. I don't care what no one says.
You would
Virgil's
know a wash
washed.
player when you see one.
Mm.
Virgil has been
Casawasha.
So you were saying you have Tonali. I mean, you really think their midfield's better?
I think they're better as a
Bruno,
unit.
That
They're
midfield
not.
is
not your Bruno.
They're
Not
better as a no. Hell no.
and Joe Linton. Joe Linton's nice. I mean,
I'm okay. As a unit, they work together better than Liverpool. I think. I just think the fact that you have
Liverpool done played 180 minutes together.
yeah, it's still early days for them. Okay.
It's early days, and I don't like the fact that McAllister, the guy who probably should be a number 10, is playing the number 6, holding the fielder position. So I'm like,
They got the Asian German dude. I think
is he
gonna,
okay?
he played the other day.
I mean, yeah, he played, but even then, Tonali's going to wipe the floor with him.
I'm sleeping on my man.
I mean, I think Tonali is top 5
Well,
midfielder. The moment Tonali got into the front, he's a top 5 midfielder.
At Newcastle?
At Newcastle, he was a top. The moment he joined the Prem, he became a top 5 midfielder.
At Newcastle United or in the Prem?
At Newcastle, in the Prem, when he joined Newcastle,
hell no.
He immediately became a top 5 midfielder.
Hold
Hell
on.
no. Hell no.
You don't think there's 4? Are you serious? You don't think there's 4 midfielders?
What,
better?
Gundo, KDB?
Oh, I'm not talking about you, Deion. I'm talking about, yeah, I agree with you. We on the same page.
No, I'm saying, like, bro, it's damn near 4 midfielders on City better than
I mean,
Rodri,
KDB, Rodri.
Bernardo.
KDB, Rodri.
Even if we call Bernardo a winger, so let's just call him a winger.
Yeah,
Grealish?
Grealish is a winger.
He's not better than McAllister.
Yeah, he's not.
And
He ain't better than my son Basuma either.
We gonna talk about
Better respect my son.
He ain't better than Mathers.
Partey's better than Tonali, bro. I truly.
Yeah, Partey's better than Tonali too. Odegaard's probably better than Tonali too. Hey, I'll give you this though, Braylon. He better than Declan.
Nigga, please.
We know he better than Havertz.
Crazy.
Oh, definitely better than Havertz.
We know he better than Havertz.
Crazy with that Dr. Pepper Zero, boy. Wow.
He was better than Casemiro last year.
No.
So when did he come to the Prem?
This is his first year.
Yeah, this is
180 minutes too.
180 minutes. I don't care. I'm
gonna revisit that. We got your sound bite, brother. We're gonna revisit that.
Yeah. That's my sound bite. I'm gonna say that. And then that was also my prediction, if y'all remember.
I did. Yeah, you got him as PL Player of the Year, which is just crazy, but whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it, yes.
I mean, Haaland's just gonna win that award like on repeat until he decides not to. To be honest,
unless Foden wins it this year.
Stop.
All right, stop it.
2-2. I have a Desmond 2-2 draw on the weekend, so I'll mark that up. Not checking it out. I really think I don't trust Liverpool's back line at all yet. And Newcastle, as they still have some goals in them, and I think they missed out on some opportunities this weekend. Love to watch Diaz back.
I don't know how we can say Newcastle has goals in them when they didn't score last week and they notoriously struggled to score last year. But they got goals in them.
They do. They do have goals in them.
A couple goals against Villa.
Isak is nice, man. Isak is back. He's nice, bro. He's a good player.
Yes, but other than Isak, I will say they are going.
If Newcastle got goals in them, everybody got goals. Loon saying the same thing about Friday.
We have goals in them at this point. What the hell?
We
actually, no, we know y'all don't.
No, you don't.
And we've only scored one.
We know y'all don't. Lost.
Charles and B. Charles and B have Newcastle. And Deion is lone wolf with Liverpool, and I'm calling for a draw. We will mark that down. I actually think this is a big game because I want to be able to see how Tottenham does on the away from White Hart Lane. Again, Bournemouth is
we played against Brentford on the road.
I want to see how y'all do. I think y'all just got sloppy because obviously since Romero got hurt. So y'all will be healthy. Let's just assume that nobody gets injured. These are just tricky matches for Tottenham. These are the type of games that like they'll win at City, but then they'll, lose at Bournemouth or they'll lose at the Amex. So Braylon, we'll start with you before we get to the other Tottenham guys. Bournemouth and Tottenham this weekend.
I had 3-0 Tottenham. This is not going to be I'm not waking up at 5:30 in the morning for this. I'm not doing that. This is it's over.
Don't worry, I'll be up. I'm back on my 4:30 bullshit. I will be there. I will be there.
We will be there. We will be there. We'll be there. Pep boys. Deion, go ahead, brother.
I got a 4-1. They're gonna give up one, but I think it's gonna be like 3-0, and then Bournemouth scores at that point, and then Tottenham scores again.
Who y'all getting goals?
Van de Beek, huh?
Who y'all getting goals from this weekend?
You don't understand, bro.
It don't matter.
We play an attack Spanish style now. Anybody can score.
Young Skip might come on, might get one.
Anybody.
Richie's not gonna do it, but
we hold possession now. It don't matter. But the Van de Beek, I don't know if I'm saying that right. That boy's a problem. Y'all seen that white boy run? Him and Mudryk. Hey, the way him and Mudryk be running is different. Legs long, you feel me? Him and Cuddy back there is a problem. I fuck with you, Doggy, Basuma. This little Italian we got, because he played like he Brazilian, but to me, he just looked like he's Dutch. I don't know where we found him to play goalie, but if we ever figure goalie out, we damn near got the rest.
Charles, what you got for this game?
We're taking our rock and roll football on the road, so I'm going to go 3-1.
I'm going to say
Sonny's getting on the score sheet.
Okay, Sonny's finally scoring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, he's a captain.
He better when he plays the striker, though.
Yeah.
Like Richie needs to and then they bring he plays Perisic out on the left wing. That's the way they need to go.
Many people are calling him Brazilian Lewandowski.
Can I ask if is Matters back in that's y'all nickname for it. Is James Madison, is he back in training though? I know he's in precautionary, but do you know if he's back to training?
I don't know.
Okay. Anything yet?
I honestly don't think it matters.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Our midfield nice now.
Yeah, but
y'all better stop.
Still, bro. He advances the ball so well.
He's nice. He's nice. Don't get me wrong, but our midfield is nice now. Sar boy, come on. Hey.
Sar boy. I'm gonna go 2-1 if Madison plays. If he doesn't, I got 1-1. But I'm just gonna assume he plays. So let's say 2-1 Tottenham. So all four of us got Tottenham. Very quickly, while we have Braylon here, I think it was Basuma's best. Definitely, I thought it was his best match. And since he's putting on a Spurs uniform, I thought he was all over the place. Thought he created some chances in the final third. Physical, pause. He was lively out there, man. Thought he was excellent for y'all. Thought he and Madison were. I thought that they were they should come around. They could have got both men of the match.
Sar boy went crazy too.
He
comes on the game. It's like, Tottenham's always attacking, but when he comes on, it's like when Xavi makes us up for Barcelona, and it's like, okay, we can try and score now. He's nasty. Udogi's a problem too. We got real Africans. That's the difference between us and a lot of these other clubs.
All right,
when we
calm down.
we got real African. We're not playing around.
Calm down. Oh man. I think I have a feeling Charles may be holding back on some of his Tottenham thoughts for maybe most impressive club over the weekend. But Okay, 2-1. Let's roll. Let's keep it rolling.
Only so impressive you can be when you're playing a middle table team.
Oof.
He's
Villar-
talking a lot. He's talking. He's just talking. I'm gonna let him have it because it's early in the season, and we know what happened at the end of the season last year. It was just hobbling their way.
Villarreal, Barcelona. I'll start this one.
Not these dudes again, man. Thought we
One,
moved on. Thought we
one,
was done.
one,
We
one
talked
draw.
about them for 25 minutes.
1-1 draw. Villarreal.
You think we gonna score?
I do.
Oh, if we score, we win. I promise you.
I
I
don't
promise
know.
you that.
I think this will be the week where y'all give up, where y'all have to concede a goal.
No.
Villarreal won. Barcelona 1-1.
Nah, my big germ don't give up goals, man.
He's tough back there. Deion, go ahead then. Give your prediction.
I got 0. Wait, is Raphael playing?
No.
No, he's got one more off.
When did they sub on to? Was it 70?
Too late.
Yeah.
Almost.
65, 70.
And Lamine played the whole 90, I believe.
No, he's above.
No,
But it was like super late, right? Like after they scored to go more defensive, he subbed off.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It was, I think the reason I thought he played the full game is it was a sub. Like if it was 0-0, he plays. I do remember, or I saw a clip. He asked honestly who he was coming on for. Bro didn't know. That's troubling. Troubling. I want to say 0. Is Xavi able to make it?
Brother's still in charge.
All right, I got 3-0 then. I got 3 3-0. We're not gonna give up goals. I know that much.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
As
Charles.
long as Christensen subbed off, so I'm hoping he's good. As long as we don't have to see Eric Garcia, I think we're fine. I was going to call for the upset, but Deion talked me out of it.
We don't give up goals.
You can say draw.
We can see. No, we're going to give up one. That's some bullshit on goal or something.
They do give up a lot of those, man.
Yeah. Actually, it's crazy.
But they like the amount of goals that Ter Stegen actually gave up, like from the opposition last year versus the own goals, it was like 8-5.
That's crazy.
He's really hard to score on. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Barca.
Braylon.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Boston.
Okay. I'm alone.
And Lewandowski's getting on the score sheet.
Is the game at Villarreal or is it at that middle school stadium I just watched them playing?
Check Villarreal.
2-0.
Okay. All right. Amended. Noted. And just to give the Germans some love, actually to beat Charles's Red Bull squad, Leverkusen. That was actually a big time win for them on the road and beating Leipzig 3-2 last week. But Leverkusen versus actually Europa and Champions League stand out.
Why are we talking about this?
No, I think we gotta have to pay attention to Leverkusen a little bit. Let's just because the top 5 in Germany and top 5 in England make what's it called now? So
as Abby might go to Leverkusen.
He stinks. I mean,
Really?
he was awful. I mean, he got to be one of the worst players I've ever seen. And he looked like Romeo. He also stinks. That's why I don't need to tell the two apart. If I see one that look like each other, I know he stinks. Don't matter which position.
All right, we're just gonna go. I'm going Leverkusen. Gotta make. I think that's because we gotta make sure we show the Bundesliga some love.
No, we don't.
We do, man. That's your league. You said you like enjoying watching them.
It's entertaining to watch because don't nobody play defense.
Oh, my Bundesliga scores are gonna be always nasty. So.
Yeah, like you could just bet the over blindly, and it's free money in every game. Every game's like 3-2. And somehow Gio still don't score. All them goals we getting scored in that league, Gio got 4.
It's crazy because Dortmund is the ones that sometimes they don't get on the high up on the sheet as they should. But
look who they had out there last year. 22, Gio. They ain't had no goal scorers.
So I'm gonna ride with my man Granit Xhaka played the whole 90 last week. And Leverkusen, I'm going to go 2-1 Leverkusen this week. I got to, somebody I do want to make sure that I'm paying a little bit more attention to. Just, I think you've told me about him a little bit before, Deion, but Florian Wirtz, the young boy for Germany, he'll be a German national. He is a German national, but
unless England get a hold of him.
But yeah, I gotta check him out a little bit. Charles, go ahead. Your pick, bro.
I'll go 4-2 Leverkusen.
Okay.
Fireworks.
Uh,
Braylon.
4-3 Leverkusen. It's the Bundesliga. A lot of the goalkeepers are gonna get up some BS or something. It's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be something stupid. It's the Bundesliga. It's something stupid is gonna happen.
Want to take the draw just in case?
Deion, you got Leverkusen.
I refuse to pick this game. I just want to congratulate Granit Xhaka on going to a Champions League club.
Here we go. He did today. They make it 7 straight years. He gave us a little party gift. All right, that's our 4 up top picks. And we'll make sure we y'all will be able to check the graphic and be able to note and see how the guys are doing.
It's not a better game in La Liga than that Barca game. Who Madrid play?
Do we have Cadiz this week?
Nobody stayed.
We're on a Friday though. That's another thing.
I don't know what that means.
Three. No, this is
Sunday. It's Champions on Sunday.
And then 3. And what's crazy for Madrid, this is their 3rd straight game. It'll be away from the Bernabeu. But they
Did y'all do the thing? Did y'all do the thing Barca did where they congratulated the women on winning the World Cup? Or do y'all try to shy away from that since y'all don't have Spanish players?
Relax.
Relax. If Brazil won, I know y'all would congratulate them.
Captain of the squad is a Madridista. She's and she has
y'all had one player.
We had two.
Barca had more players on England than Madrid had on the Spain team.
That is true.
It's a fact.
Yeah, got you.
That's a fact.
Got you. Madrid is at Celta Vigo this week.
I just want to Barcelona one more time. That's all.
No, it is ugly out there. It is ugly out there in terms of the matches. All right, that's our 4 up top segment.
La Liga, man, it's a nasty league.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
But the cream is right at the top.
Oh, for sure. But I just watched Barcelona play 180 minutes where I was never once concerned that they were going to lose. I also didn't think they would score.
All right, Deion, bring us up to speed on your most impressive team of the week. And your most disappointing too.
Impressive is definitely Tottenham. It's not even like winning. I mean, you play man poo, you assume to win, but it's more so just like how quickly they've been able to like. This system looks like they've been playing it for years. So like I had the utmost confidence in them against anybody based off the first 2 competitions. Disappointing, I'm gonna say Newcastle. Pep wants to coach without KDB and Gundo so little that he's now faking injuries to live in Barcelona for a month or 2. And they still lost 1-0 to City. So I'm gonna say Newcastle.
Yeah. Fuck it. Tottenham was more impressive than most club this week. Fuck it. Even though I had them out of the Champions League spots. Damn, they are fucking. The midfield, especially Basuma and Basuma Medicine, do work. They work perfectly. Disappointing. It's got to be Newcastle. I wanted to go to Chelsea, but then, I expected Chelsea to be bad. So it's like, why would they be disappointed? They're doing exactly what I thought they was going to do. Newcastle. Eh, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to judge, and especially early on in the season, which is why I'm letting Deion have all this fun this week because we know what's going to happen in January.
Do we?
Yes, we do. It happens every year, Deion. It's only Tottenham's job to just go ahead and fumble and
Hopefully you're right.
New day.
Hopefully you're right.
Go ahead, Charles.
My most impressive team of the weekend. Gonna go out on a limb as the only person who woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Most impressive team, the Spanish women's national team.
I was texting you the whole
second. I watched every game they played, every game including group play. So I was locked in. Had to support my.
I should have said club team. I walked into that.
You sure did, buddy. But for season, the outside, seven Barca players in the 11, leading the way for Spain yet again. Little old Catalonia leading the way for big old Spain yet again.
Yet again.
That's what we do, and we're only getting better from here. The only women's side on the what are we? The U17, the U20, and the senior World Cup. So the Spanish Revolution is upon us. Most disappointing team, I would say most continuing to be disappointing team, Chelsea. They just stink. But everybody getting paid. They keep signing these players to these. Everybody getting attention. So they the freshest dudes in the like. But I mean, they keep signing these dudes to these indentured servants deals, 8 years. Bro, these true presidential term deals that they signing people on, 360s. Snoop Dogg's Death Row deal was better than some of these deals these boys doing. Doing all of that just to lose. Are we sure Poch is fire? Are we sure, like I say every week, do they have 11 good players? I've said this for 2 years now. They have so many players, but do they have any good players? What's the one? The one who scored a goal today, just the other day. He just had knee surgery today. I saw. I'm not even gonna try to say his name. But you know what I'm talking about. Chick or whatever. So I mean,
Chickaridu.
Yeah, whatever.
Ella or whatever.
I don't know what was that meme I sent in a group chat. They won 5 of the last 31 games.
Yeah, awful. But they didn't care about 29 of those.
And I'm still waiting for Deion's firstborn to do something.
You ain't see him run?
That's all he could. That's crazy.
You see him run?
If it's one thing, he's going to run. He can't do nothing else. It's crazy.
So okay. He obviously ain't that good. I said that at the deadline. I just like him because he didn't go to Arsenal. But
Emma should be saying thank you right now to everybody else. Thank God for that.
Listen,
it's fine.
ML had a tracker on this man's babysitter. No, he shouldn't be saying
that was X love that dude.
But much like them Barca dudes, Chelsea's way better when he's on the pitch. He might not be very good, but just the threat of how fast he runs makes them a lot more dangerous.
I think he could have equalized that cross, and then it just I don't know.
Score 7 goals a game.
That ball still hasn't landed.
No,
oh my God!
No, the boy should score about 8 goals a game. He's always open, but
he's open for a reason. Hey, it's
because they can't see him. He would have won the 100-meter dash on Saturday.
That dude
was playing the wrong sport.
I'm not backing down on what I feel about Chelsea. They have to be the most disappointing team because I'll say this. The second half against Liverpool, they look to be the better of the teams. And I'm like, okay, all right, maybe they have something here. And I actually don't mind their goalie. I think and then they were competitive.
In mid.
Not great. Not great for them. And maybe it's just going to take Pacho a little time, but you know what? Talk about a must win already. You can't let Luton Town get any points off you. Their first time ever in the Prem. And you're at the Stamford Bridge on a Friday night. Yeah, man, you gotta get this done. No problem, no doubt about it. Most impressive team, once again, unfortunately, my rivals. I was so impressed with Yves Bissouma. Very impressed with him. I'm very curious to see what are y'all gonna do with Kulu. But then are you guys gonna ever have Son just play a number 9 and move Richarlison to the bench, and then you got to start Uncle Ivan just for a match, just see how it looks. Just Richarlison doesn't look like he's on the pace to me. But Sonny, can you imagine Sonny receiving balls pause from Madison through the middle? And then going to be able to score. Sonny almost had a very nice goal. I think he switched to his right foot, and they just made a block. It was Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw came in and made a block. But it was super impressive, the runs that they were making.
Yeah.
That's one of the 2 good players on United.
Yeah, Luke Shaw's good.
Who's the other one?
Luke Shaw's a very good player right now.
Who's the other?
Excellent.
The other one is the other fullback.
I say you better not say no bar 10. Boy out there looking like ML's haircut.
What?
Nah, that shit is world class trash. Marcus,
Wow, I got mine's right, bro.
You too dark to get a fade. Player.
Rashford, yeah, let me go there with that because he's playing out of position. I'm not gonna blame him for his
Here we go.
I'm not gonna blame him for his man.
Rashford's had an excuse every year of his career. And then every year of his career, he puts together 3 good weeks. And because he's English, we have to pretend he's some superstar player.
Yeah. The Rashford playing the 9 is the what is it? The Anthony Davis don't want to play center. That's the equivalent. He's been playing center for like so long that like it kind of doesn't.
That's really good. I like that.
But yeah.
I don't even think it's not even Rashford right now because Rashford be open. It's just you got a 18-year-old kid that don't know what he's doing on the left side. And you got to spin on the right side. It don't matter. So
they're awful.
But they're not getting it. So
Nacho tries, so he's not as awful. But Anthony's trash. Like Anthony's terrible.
Using age only works when the player's good.
Yeah, you can't recognize Garnacho as a teenager, bro. I mean, but I like he does put in.
He's a teenager.
I don't care,
and he's going to play for Argentina.
He does put in the shit. Anthony's horrible though. Anthony's got to be the worst signing you've ever.
No.
He's the worst signing.
He's not the worst signing. No.
Oh, trash just got signed.
Okay. I was talking about the dude that didn't want to go to West Ham.
The bobblehead they got on the bench.
He's bad. Anthony, starting on the right too? Like
awful, bro.
He's the only left-footed attacker we have, so it's like, damn, where else is he supposed to play?
Mm-hmm. Who's worse, him or Raphael?
Anthony by a mile.
It's Anthony. It's not even close.
These are the dudes they wanted Neymar to play with, Raphael and Anthony, and we wonder why he didn't want to go to the World Cup. That's who they say, yo, Neymar, go out there. No, don't worry, we'll change it up. We got Richarlison. Come on, man. No wonder he didn't want to go to Qatar.
Oh man, Charles, give us some lasting thoughts, brother.
I mean, we'll be missing the games this weekend. Got making a little adventure. But I will be checking in. Mom's called. I mean, we're just gonna keep plugging away, man. Like I'm just trying to get the Champions League draw at this point. Trying to keep an eye out for that. Hopefully get some these middle of the week as we're taping this on a shit, it's Wednesday now. There's no midweek football is killing me right now. So hopefully we'll be pushing through, not taking none of these games too serious.
Braylon.
Deion, have your fun for now. Just have your fun for now. It's not gonna last. It never lasts. I mean, you was having fun last year in the first 3 weeks of the season after
No, I
we had
wasn't.
lost.
No,
No, you never mind. No, you wasn't because Tottenham was just as bad as we were last year in the first 3 weeks. It's all right, bro.
ain't
Have your
nothing
fun.
fun about.
Enjoy it. Enjoy playing attacking football for once. Because you have not played that for the past 4 or 5 years.
Somewhere I'll let you know what it's like. Ronaldo ain't walking through that door, do rag.
And the trophy is not walking through the door still, so it doesn't matter.
Well, y'all ain't got none either. Carabao. They found the Carabao trophy where you found that shirt.
Yeah, give us the last thought, brother.
Tottenham's nice. Me and Barcelona, we're going through long-term relationships have rough patches. When Raphael's a member, it's a longer rough patch, but rough patches happen. But we're gonna be all right. I am not, but I'm not going to a game while I'm in Spain if he's out there. If Raphael is starting over Lamine, I'm not going.
Deion gonna have the ticket. Wait till the team news come out 90 minutes before.
I won't walk into that stadium until I see the lineup. I promise you.
Gotta take a tour though.
I'll hold on to my ticket. When Charles texts me that Lamine's about to sub on y'all, I'll head for the gates.
Oh man, it's gonna be interesting to see how this saga goes on with y'all in this club. But my quick lasting thought is I've seen Madrid put out. I thought they didn't really know what they were going to be in the preseason because I don't think Carlo really kind of knew what would be best in the midfield. But they've at least been super fun still to watch. Even despite being down 1-0, the first I was in the 3rd minute of the match. For them to get plucked 3. Not really sure why Jude was still onside. It's something I'm not understanding with the rules, but so far so good. Love to see Vinny keep his head a little bit and be a little bit more, how should I say, less emotional because there's no time for that. There's no Benz to come up and save this team. And Vinny's just got to stay locked in. But so far, so good with the midfield. Alaba is healthy. He looks fantastic. We'll just keep it moving on that.
How'd Wemby look?
Excellent. I got some stats for you next week on him. Got some stats for you. I'm piling up.
I got stats too.
I got stats. He's
3
looking.
Playoff games attended.
You hear him, Charles, talking about him going.
We got NBA right back on our squad too. We can't talk.
You talk about Big Ron?
We're talking about Koundé.
I think he goes for both of them right now.
We got our last. Hey,
bro, you ain't know that life.
Last question because we'll talk. Maybe we'll see next week. Are y'all selling any of your top 13? Barcelona? Koundé's in the news, but I don't believe any of that.
I don't think we're selling anybody. I think we're all done with departures. That obviously Longley hasn't played. He's gone. They might sell Marcos Alonso.
Is that how you say his name?
Who?
Langley.
I'm not trying to do what the fuck he do. So
no, but I was being honest. I thought because it just dawned on me, bro. Spanish. I always thought it was English.
It's French.
Same shit. I always thought he was Longlet. Fuck him. Whatever his name is, fuck him. But I've been calling him Langlet for this whole time. But he don't deserve me to say his name correctly.
No, we'll see. Okay. I'm curious just because of how things are rolling with y'all, but
they could sell Raphael. I don't think that's far-fetched.
Good.
Would Antu count as a top 13? He would for me, but with your question.
That's why I asked it. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. I'm asking if Antu or If he's gonna be there.
If I was betting on it, I think one of Raphael or Ansu gets sold by the devil.
I think no. I think the problem with that is Ansu just doesn't like he. The one problem that I think all Barca is going to run into is Frankie showed them the way. If you don't want to leave, you just don't have to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I think everything changes because, well, Raphael would leave. I'm not talking about him. Fuck him. With Ansu, I think everything changes when they accept the offer. When it's just rumors, I understand where he's going with it. When Barcelona accepts an offer, though, I think he would take it so personally that they finally just like did that I do think he would leave.
Yeah. Because left winger in the world, but I think he will be. But
I don't think they should sell him. I mean, give the kid a chance. Like you can't really. I don't like when you make judgments on players before they have a chance, and that kid hasn't had a chance yet. I've been watching Raphael for a year and a half now. I don't want him to have no more chances. We done seen that. How many more chances do we need? But like, they should give the kid a chance. Selling him, he's a lot better than Trey Lance, but it's the same reason I want the Niners to trade Trey Lance. Like, you just don't fucking know. So why would you trade something you don't know when you have stuff on the roster you could sell that you do know? We know Raphael stink. We know Lewandowski stink. Let's sell some other players and give the kid we don't know the answer to a chance.
Give him reps, like a run of games. I mean, there's a perfect time to do it. Like leading into Champions League, if you get this dude his confidence up, I don't know. I think they're definitely not going to go backwards.
Get young Furman Lopez in there. That boy was balling in preseason.
Yes, that's another thing. Xavi's got to just change up stuff for me. That's how I feel about it.
No, he's not. We know he's not. I just hope they have to force his hand. If they want to see Ansu play, they have to sell somebody. To make another comparison, Xavi's Steve Kerr. If you're not going to force Steve Kerr to play them boys, he's not going to. But if you get rid of everybody and he don't got a choice but to play Kuminga and them, then they'll play. You can't give Xavi the opportunity to not play Ansu at this point because we've seen that he will not. So you have to force his hand, in my opinion.
This has been our going into match week 3 episode of Kicking It With the Brothers. Deion, as always, thank you, brother. Glad when we get the Barca boys together. The laughs are more plentiful, but the real talk is always there. Braylon, thank you, brother, for being here. I don't know, man. It's a rough week. Rough week, bro. I don't think they stop him. Maybe they'll change up. I know Labor Day weekend they get him docked up. That's for sure at the Emirates. Charles.
Wait, who are you
about? United terrible right now.
He's talking about us.
They're unwatchable. I'm sorry. I don't like anything about them right now. They should have lost the Wolves. If we're keeping it above, they should have lost to them.
We need one thing. We need to talk. Like we making all these jokes about like Chelsea and all stuff. At some point, we need to talk about like we need to have a 30 for 30 on how they fleeced half the Premier League for money.
Yeah. The fact that they didn't lose that much money on Mount and Havertz is crazy. It's crazy.
Well, they didn't. Well, no, they was always gonna make money on Mount because Mount is their boy, right? But they lost half on average.
They was always gonna make money on Mount because why?
He's homegrown.
Oh yeah,
they spent nothing on him. Yeah,
but I'm saying like the fact that between the two they ain't lose that much. Once you factor Mount into the Havertz deal, it's a pretty similar number. They might.
They made probably like 5.
Shouldn't be able to do 5%.
That. Yeah,
shouldn't have been able to do that. I don't care. Homegrown, not homegrown, English, Senegal. I don't care. Shouldn't have been able to make money on them too.
Touche. Yeah, Charles, we're gonna have to let's see, because I like Poch. Like Poch, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? That's whatever. I didn't have no beef to him. I thought Poch was exactly who Arsenal should have had because he was whipping Wenger's ass. And that's when Tottenham got on their run of top 4 for 6 straight years. And Poch is a big part of that. I actually still think Poch needs 2 more windows, in my opinion, to bring Chelsea back to where they need to be.
Bro. Yeah, but Todd's not gonna give him 2 windows. He's Todd is stupid.
What can we talk? I mean, can we talk about just if you're in the 7th week of the transfer window, we've never heard your name, and now all of a sudden they're offering 45 million for you, bro.
Right. Exactly.
They couldn't get him. They couldn't get him. So now they're going for some 17-year-old from Nice. It's like, what are we doing?
Whoever they get's better than that bum Man United got, that little 20-year-old Dutch dude.
Rasmus?
Yeah. Van Persie don't even know he Dutch.
He's. I mean, you can say that. Like, he plays for Denmark though, so it's like
oh, that's even worse.
Christensen, damn sure don't know.
Who's from Denmark? Is that Ericsson in them?
Yeah, that's Ericsson.
Ericsson don't know he from there.
Christensen and Ericsson.
Christian and Ericsson, yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Sound a 20-year-old dude from Denmark.
He scored 9 goals in Serie A, so he was worth $80 million.
Wait, how did he get 80?
Hey man,
this is how you know Balogun stink. This kid get $80 million. Balogun led the league in goals, and Arsenal can't get rid of that dude to save their life.
Monica, we getting 50 mil. 50 mil. We told Chelsea 70. We ain't selling that boy for that.
No one buying him for that.
I think we can get 40, 45 for Monica.
No one buying it for that. You can frame it however way you want.
We ain't gonna talk about the fact that he's going to Monaco, but okay.
That I'm not gonna cap. Balogun is the first English dude I've ever seen. Nobody wants to buy.
Because he's not English no more.
He's American, so it's not even that.
They say, "Oh, you want to be from New York? Watch this. Watch this."